Good morning, guys. Back again, continuing with the documentation of all my MTG collection. This is another video of the basic lands. As I said, I have all the basic lands non-foil printed in every booster set, dual deck, and basically anything that has a basic land, I have. So today we're gonna see a couple more cards. We're gonna start with the core sets, Magic 2010. And just get the hang of it. And we have, as you can see, 4 of each kind. This will be a lot of reprints, a lot of the same image. Now you can clearly see the symbol, the core set. 4 of each kind, and most of these next images will be looking the same. They are the same arts, but the set symbol and the year of production or copyright is what's different. So let me just try to get doing this faster. So again, this is Magic 2011. Okay, this also has 4 basics of each one. You can see the set symbol 211. And as I told you, there are a lot of reprints, but the set symbol is different. This part of the collection is not expensive, honestly, but the idea for me was to collect everything, not just the expensive cards. I started out collecting everything because I decided that every time I decided collecting play sets, because when I played with a card, I always try to get the 4 of each. That would be the playset. So for starters, Magic 2012. Again, same kind of arts. Usually not a lot of changes. We can argue that Wizard of the Coast just makes the reprints, but doesn't change the art. But well, I'm happy with that. I don't mind. M12. And I always get confused because the date of the set is not usually the date of the year or something. Something happens, like behind or something, but I just don't remember. Too many cards, too many sets. Magic 2013. As you can see, it's the same arts. Just that they change the symbol. Okay. I think there's a couple of nice ones that we'll see later on. So you can see I don't mind how I put them back in order. Have them all in penny sleeves and binders and boxes, so it doesn't really care, but I don't really mind. Magic 2014. Sorry guys for the speed, but honestly you're just seeing the same cards over and over with different arts, and as I said, I'm just documenting what I have. It's not like I'm analyzing any specific art. Magic 14, 4 arts of each. One of the comments in the videos was that basic lands are a way for a limited player to show their individuality, and that is correct. Choosing your basic lands helps you a lot. I used to play a lot with white border basic lands when they were not that common. Then when they became even rarer, I still enjoy playing with basic lands that are white border. I do have a couple of not really expensive, but expensive basic lands. For instance, I do own a couple of alpha and beta basic lands that have a lot of play damage. Well, not damage, but they're played. And I use them for my decks. But I never keep the same. I try to, every time I make a deck, I try to use different basic lands that I have. I think I have over 1,000 basic lands that I use to play with, and these are from part of the collection, so I don't play with them. Honestly, no need to play with them. I have too many basic lands anyway. Okay, Magic in 2019, I think that's the core. What's the name? I don't remember. Some were Magic and the other were core sets. Everybody calls them whatever they want, but the idea is for you guys to see them all. I hope the videos don't get too boring. This is a little bit different art compared to the others, probably because of the jump. The previous one was 2015, this is 19, 4 years after. I think that's when the Wizards of the Coast stopped making core sets for a little bit. And it did, and I'm not sure. Okay. 2020. This is set symbol 2020. And I know, please guys, don't tell me what I know. This is not an expensive set. This is not trying to show something that nobody could get. Everybody could get this, but nobody does it. Usually nobody takes the time. Well, I did it. I looked over every single card. I went over every single set. I tried to get every single basic blend, and I think I'm proud to say so far I have every single basic blend that is printed in a non-foil version. Last video I was telling you guys if you knew which ones were the most expensive cards, Magic 2021. These ones have a little bit extra. Different, see, this was like the first time they were making like a promo kind of version of the lands. Not a full art, but they do look nice. Like the color, they jump out a lot. So we have 4 of each, symbol set M21. And again guys, as you can see, I don't handle my cards with gloves. I am a player. I don't buy Magic the Gathering for its price. I buy Magic the Gathering because I enjoy playing it. I honestly hate people. Well, I don't hate them. I just don't like people that try to save everything in near mint state. Because this is a game, guys. Magic Origins, another 4 of each. This is a game, we should play with everything. As long as near mint and mint items exist, prices tend to go higher because it's always getting harder and harder to get a near mint card. So prices should be set on what's available, not if there is the possibility of one existing as a near mint. Okay, 4 arts, different symbol. Now they don't have the number, but this is a starter set, similar to Foundations, if I'm not mistaken. The idea was to bring new players with these sets in. Obviously, it doesn't count. It doesn't matter. New players will come. It doesn't matter if it was a core set or not. Now we got a nice March of the Machines. This again, full art. As I told you before, this has made a lot. Oh, this is a beautiful land. I haven't seen it. And we got the full arts. Three of each. Nice looking lands. Set symbol. Now we jump on to the Marvel Spider-Man. And this one we have 4, one of each normal ones with Spider-Man jumping around the city right there, over here, right here, over here. And we got this nice looking spider, very basic lens. I do love the art, they're really cool. I'm happy they didn't come out in foils only. Okay. This is an all set. Italian masks. Guys, funny story. I will repeat it later when we talk about some cards in Mechanic Max, but I did open a box at Mechanic Max a couple of years ago just because I wanted the empty booster box. I did get a foil guide as well in the box, so it was a nice payday that back then. It wasn't that expensive, but I really was happy to get it. Okay, 4 different knots. The Mercadian mask is symbol, that's the mask, this face mask. And the art and the style I love. I always like the old cards. I enjoy it better than the new I forgot the word. The frame, sorry, that's the word I was looking for. The frame. Again, I will repeat, guys, I'm not an American, I'm Mexican. I do speak fluent English, but you have to give me the opportunity. I do make mistakes and get confused. Mirage, also an old set, beautiful lens. Gotta love these ones, planes. As I said, I started collecting them for the mountains, but now I enjoy seeing all the different arts we get. Flores here looks like the same picture over and over, but as you can see, they are different, each one. Okay. And sorry guys, again, I know this might not be very interesting. They're not that expensive. They don't show anything off, but we'll get to the good stuff, guys. I'm just saying, let's see everything I have, not just the expensive cards. I know everybody wants to see Black Lotus, Moxes and everything. I do own them. Don't worry, you'll see them sooner or later. Just have not decided when I'm gonna show them to you guys, but I do own them. Okay, this is Mirrodin Artifacts. I remember playing with this. This is the part of the new frame. This is why it's legal in modern. It's going to start in modern. I was playing before modern and it was invented, so I played extended, legacy, standard, and vintage before. Well, not that much vintage, but I did play legacy when I was starting out Magic. Okay, and I'll talk to you about my first tournament. I won't talk to it too much right now, but it was a sliver deck. So when we talk about the slivers, which I will show you guys later in another video, one of these days, we will talk about my first tcg tournament in Mexico City. It was in the Grand Prix. And me, a noob, going to play Legacy. That's a hell of a tournament. Okay, Mirrodin Besiege. 2 of each kind. Nothing much common, just look at the set symbol. And with over 25 years of my life collecting and playing, well, I have played with a lot of decks. Okay, modern event deck. If you guys don't remember, this was like the first time Wizards was trying to make special decks like the Pioneer decks and everything, but this did come with a different set symbol. Now they come with the basic set symbol that from the cards are made, but this one was different. Modern Horizons. I enjoyed the set, but it was hard collecting everything. It's basic lands, there's no cover. I do have a lot of them to play with, but this is just for the collection. Modern Horizons 2. I have not talked about how I save my cars or put them in inventory, but you'll see a difference here how I made when I typed it, when I typed the name, but not read, I read the name, I don't know how to say it, but I made a mistake from saying it completely to the 3-letter code. But for my purposes, I'm happy with this. Okay, Modern Horizons 2. Then finally, Modern Horizons 3. And we got wastes. Nice wastes, as you can see. This is from the commander. Then we have basic lands and full art lands. And another time, basic lands. Normal ones. So, as you can see, they look beautiful. The waste. I do own at least one copy of all the wastes that have been printed. You do own over 50 of them to make a deck. I always said I was gonna make a commander deck that only played waste. Never did it. Honestly, I never did it, but I do own enough lands to play with it. Okay. Then we jump to Murders at Marco Manor. I think this set was underappreciated, and now everybody goes crazy because of the surveillance. Fortunately for me, I got them all when they were cheap. Didn't spend too much. These are honestly beautiful basic lands full arts. Also own a couple of them to play with. But now they make so many full basic art lands that I usually just keep maybe 2 or maybe 4 basic lands to put into my collection of, well, not collection, the cards, the basic lands I play with them. Okay, and this last one, this you guys are gonna have to forgive me. The mystery booster, the list cards, I have all, well, this is foil, I'll tell you what I have. This is the hardest ones I try to get because these are the ones that have the symbol. And I try to look for them, but there's not an official list, so I have to go see what I can buy. And for instance, there is some secret lair cards that now have the symbol, and so I have them in the secret lair, but some other people take them as the mystery booster, the list. But I'll show you what I got. So we got a waste. We got a couple of swamps. All of them have different set symbols. I have a couple of forests. So this, as you can see, has a set symbol. I have the plains. Okay, and let me take this off to show you the last 2. So this is one of the hardest parts of the collection, trying to keep up with this printings. And also because I don't know them by heart, which ones I have. And I know there have been some foils, I'll show you one of them. Okay, so again, Iceland. But this was what was a little bit expensive to get, or hard to get, maybe not expensive. And we have the forest. I only try to put 5 maximum in the penny store. I try to put only 5 cards in a sleeve, no max, no more. And finally, I have this too. I'll just show you. I have it because, of course, I made a mistake and I bought them thinking they were non-foil versions, but as you can see, they're clearly foil versions. There is a couple other foil versions from Secret Lair, but from the mystery boosters, the list, but I don't collect them, honestly. And finally, Mystery Booster 2. This is really nice also. All white border. And these are all 6, including the waist. So as you can see, guys, this is I think it's part 5 of, still have to make 2 more, so I think we'll be done with 7 parts just for basic lens. Until tomorrow, guys, I'll see you. Hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, I'm only documenting. I'm not talking too much about them. Sooner or later, we'll be talking about different cards, and we'll talk about them. I will show you my stories of how I got them, how I bought them. Some have amazed me. I do own cards from all languages. Basic lens, I do collect them all in English, as you can see. But we'll talk about that later when we get to that. For now, see you guys tomorrow, guys. Bye.